Now, with so much widespread suffering, chronic illness, and all-round states of disease, it is more important now, more than ever, to find our way back to health and vitality so that we can truly enjoy this temporary existence that we've been blessed with on this planet. Time is always a ticking, and we are here to dance, enjoy, and spread all the positive emotions and wonders of the human experience with those around us. And having a healthy, vital, light, and enjoyable body to be able to express ourselves through is absolutely paramount. And unfortunately, due to the just toxins and ingredients that we bring in to our bodies, that we pass through our temples, our bodies begin to suffer. And again, with so much conflicting information flying around from every cultural ethos, it can be very difficult to know which path to go down when trying to find our way back to health and vitality once we are experiencing a state of disease and general suffering on a mental, spiritual, or bodily level. These are all expressions coming from the same source. As above, so below, as within, so without. And I believe in order to unravel the cultural layering and conditioning that keeps us in a state of confusion and fogginess when attempting to perceive how our body functions and what we should be bringing in to be maintaining it optimally healthy and in a state of harmony. There is I believe, the founding, most primordial viewpoint to take before then extrapolating outwards and going about navigating our path and our way back to health. And that is to view ourselves and this world as it is in its most purest, unrefined state. And that is looking at the word universe. We are existing in it, we are a part of it. It is encapsulated within every aspect of existence. We are living in a uni-verse. Uni, one connected, all-encompassing. Verse, line of music and or poetry. This is a symphony of poetic sounds and musical vibrations that make up the electromagnetic spectrum of existence. Everything that exists vibrates. Everything that vibrates creates a sound. When studying cymatics, we can see you take a metal plate, you place salt or sand on top, run a frequency through, and it creates a beautiful mandala. Music creates shape and structure. Sacred music creates sacred shape. As they say, architecture is frozen music. Music is liquid architecture. Sound comes first. In the Bible, God said, "Let there be light." He spoke it into existence. Music and sound create shape and structure. In Hindu cosmology, Shiva created the universe with his primordial Om. Then he opened his eyes to see. Om comes first. Sound, music, in poetic, beautiful, sacred structure creates matter. Now, how do we, as living, breathing beings, go about interacting with this universe? How are we living? How are we here? Well, we need to make our own music to now interact, contrast and resonate with the universal music, creating a feedback loop of interaction, and now we're alive. How do we make our music? With our instruments. What are our instruments? It's in the word. Our organs, our vital organs are our instruments. Your heart is going boom, boom, boom. Lungs. The kidneys. Chaka, 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 chaka. This is a band of musical instruments that, when playing and resonating sounds in unison together, creates a human body and a human design for me to be an interdimensional, emotional, all-round perceptive being on the human level. If any one of my vital organs, instruments goes, you have no life quality. If my heart starts to fail, lungs, liver, this is a band of musical, sacredly designed instruments that, when playing their music and resonating their sound, creates the human design. So it can be quite simply stated that the quality of your life's experience is directly attributed by the quality of sounds that your organs are creating. If your instrumental sounds are diminishing and the vibration of that music is diminishing, then your life's quality naturally is going to diminish. So if you are feeling any mental, physical, or spiritual dis-ease, fatigue, anxiety, depression, suffering, pain on any level, you could spend the next 100 years trying to figure it out on the persona level. This comes first. Brung, the sound created by your organs expands outwards and then controls every biological function, every cellular movement and intelligent process, creates the archetypes of design, emotion, and then persona, character. So if I'm here on the character level, doing meditation, stretching, reading self-help books, I could spend the next 100 years going through that process and scratching away, but never getting to the root of the problem. The root is the sound quality that my instruments are making. They are designed to create beautiful, primordial, sacred music. And if that musical quality has been diminished, it's because my instruments have been compromised. Now, how might my instruments have been compromised? Because I've been bringing in damaging, inflammatory, toxic matter into the human body, into the temple that houses these organs, these instruments. And when observing the human body, if I cut my arm, I see how my arm immediately begins to heal. My body is always moving towards a state of optimal health, of homeostasis, of harmony. But if I continually cut that same section, my body won't heal. It will get more and more damaged around that area, and it will scar, and it will open, it will bleed, and it will continue to go down a path of unwellness regarding that particular area. So if our organs, our inner environment is depleting in terms of health and vitality, it can only be said that it's because we are continually damaging it by what we are bringing in. It is trying to heal. Your body is always healing on every level. So if our health is going down, we are doing something that is continually abusing the laws of nature and damaging these sections of our body. So the next step would be, well, how do I clean and regenerate my instruments so that I can play beautiful music and experience a beautiful life? We just have to move out of its way. We have to learn how to live in harmony and accordance of the biochemical and physical laws and processes of this temple. Now, when taking a step back unraveling all cultural influence, understanding that fire treated food is inflammatory and toxic, understanding that chemicals are unnatural and toxic. It is fruit and fasting that brings the body back into a state of healing and regeneration. Fasting, abstaining from bringing in food, burdening digestive matter that the body has to deal with. And then fruit, which is high electrical, flavonoid, colourful, vibrating, natural liquids which come in and give us true electrolytes, which is light and electricity. You cannot get electrolytes from synthetic substances, from salty rocks. You get electrolytes. Electrolyte means aiding the body's process in channeling and conducting electricity and light. And the sacred geometric structure, the flavonoid, high vibrating structure of fruit is what aids in that. And fruit also provides us with a soap or cleaning solvent, scrubber. So as it comes and moves through the body, it is cleaning our body, removing old putrefying waste as it hydrates our cells. It is both hydrating and cleaning. And when combined with fasting, which gives our body that rest, so in between receiving highly electrical, vibrating, flavonoid waters, we give it the fasting rest to regenerate in between feedings. And that's it. That is simplicity in its purest form. It would seem that all medical interventions merely cover up the symptoms, cut off the nerve connections sending us that signaled response, rather than getting to the root of the problem. If you have accumulated waste sitting in the gut, colon and digestive tract, this will begin to ferment and putrefy. The body has two main systems which deliver and take energy, and it is the sanguineal blood system and it is the lymphatic system. The blood sanguineal system brings fresh nutrients, oxygen, prana, energy to the cells, and then those cells perform a function and create a waste product. And all toxins that are brought into the body must be dispelled and eliminated. That gets dumped into the lymphatic system. The lymphatic system is where all waste and sewage gets passed through. There's a reason that modern medicine only likes to look at the blood system. How many times have we gone to the doctors feeling unwell, then the doctor tells us he will perform a blood test, and then the blood test comes back and everything looks fine. No, it's all in your head. You're fine. You're healthy. Great. I was worrying there for a moment. No, your toxins are in the lymphatic system. And like all sewage systems, if we are constantly flushing waste through there and a blockage occurs and we are flushing more waste down than it can dispel, it is going to begin to accumulate and arise, and eventually waste is coming up through the sink. If we are flushing more toxins and more waste than that system can eliminate in that given time, then it is going to begin to accumulate, rise, and therefore any symptom of disease and ill health is simply a sign that sewage waste is coming up through the lymphatic system and now spewing into the body. All we needn't do is sit back and allow and aid and flow with our body's natural processes. The lymphatic system will rid our body of the waste if we help it, if we bring it back to simplicity, if we give it a rest and bring through highly electrical, beautiful, sweet, delicious liquids to allow it to scrub and clean and flow outwards. It brings back empowerment and faith in your bodily system. You are not just breaking down and on a path and genetically predisposed for sickness and disease. You have abused the laws of cause and effect and brought into the body substances and toxins that are harming it, and the body cannot eliminate in time. When we are young and we are children, usually we have fresh, clean lymphatic system, and we have a fresh, clean, tuned organ instruments in our bodies that enables us to feel joyful, jovial, light, airy, and in a beautiful, blissful state of being. As these toxins, these substances accumulate, our lymphatic system begins to calcify and clog with this waste. Naturally, the sounds that our instruments are creating diminishes, and our quality of life diminishes, and the feelings and sensations that we perceive begin to operate on a lower vibratory state. To find our way back to health, vitality, high vibration, we only need to clean the body and bring it back to peace and harmony within its natural functions. Fruit and fasting to clean the lymphatic system and enable our instruments, sacred musical playing instruments, to create the sounds that they were designed to create.